Hey there, how there, ho there. It's Jeff Cutter Damn. Welcome you to Stone Cold Hockey and the 2005-2006 Buffalo Sabres. We are actually 3 games away from finishing off the season. We've played 79 of a possible 82 games. We've only scored 102 points, 47 wins, 24 losses, 8 ties. There's no freaking way we can catch Ottawa. There's no way New Jersey can lose the Atlantic Division. There's no way Carolina can lose the Southeast. And we know it's Ottawa 1, Carolina 2. New Jersey 3 for the seedings because the division leaders 1 to 3. Detroit's going to win the Central. Vancouver is going to win the Northwest. And Dallas is going to win the Pacific. It's going to be a dogfight. Or is it not? Well, Dallas needs 1 point in 2 games to be the 2 seed ahead of Vancouver. Detroit's the 1 seed. Goal scoring, Danny Heatley has 62 for Ottawa. John Fichichi trained and Alex Ovechkin 58. Simon Gagne has 50. Eric Stahl, Brian Giunta trying to get to 50. We don't have anyone that. Danny Heatley leading the point race over Eric Stahl and Alex Ovechkin. We don't have anyone in the top 30 points, which is weird. Assists wise, we have Van again on 21st with 51 assists. Goaltending, Ray Emery looking good. Osgood Legacy doing their job. So Emery 192. Martin Bureau 9th with a 245 and Miller 13th with a 256. We have scored 269 goals. That is 4th in the conference. Florida is way more than us. So anyway, we're 5-7 in the 5-8, excuse me, when the game isn't done in regulation. 28-4, great road record, home record, but on the road we don't have anything. Seedings wise, as you see, we have played 79 games. We're the only team to have 3 more games. We have to play 3 games in 5 days. We are 3 points back of Florida for that 4 seed and home ice. We are definitely going to be the 5 seed at worst. We do have 2 games in hand on Florida, so we can try to catch those guys. We can. We do play Montreal in a big game. Philly leading the Rangers by a point with a game in hand. And that other seedings probably going to stay the same. It's probably going to be whoever ends up Philly or the Rangers will play Ottawa. Atlanta will probably play Carolina. Montreal will play New Jersey, and we will play Florida. In the West, Dallas and Vancouver. Well, Dallas needs a point to get the 2 seed. Detroit 1 seed. Nashville 4, Minnesota 5. Well, the Ducks could. No, the Ducks can't tie. Can't jump into 5th because Minnesota has more wins. So the Ducks are pretty much going to be playing the Canucks, by my guess. Dallas has more wins than Vancouver, so it doesn't matter what they do. Minnesota, Nashville, Colorado, and San Jose are going to fight for that 7 seed to see who faces Dallas, who faces Detroit. Edmonton and Calgary can't catch. Highlights wise, we have had 61 hat tricks. We've had 12 games hit the 30 mark or more in the points per. San Jose Phoenix, the comeback from San Jose down 5-2 in the 3rd period, did its job. New Jersey Islanders from March 2nd, when the Islanders were up 4-0, lost to the Devil Dogs. And Colorado Pittsburgh, when Colorado was up 4-0 on the lowly Steelers. I knew I say that. Penguins. All that. Our top number game is we have not had a game 27 or above. Weird. Oh yeah, other 33 games. Philly, second day of the season, coming back to 4-0 down against the Devils. Washington, Tampa, an 11-goal battle on October 28th. And Florida, Atlanta for March 6th when Florida was up 3-0 but lost in the shootout. So we play Montreal. Prepare for 7th grade French. Ryan Miller, the Guardian of the Blue, no neuf pour Buffalo et pour Montréal, Cristobal Huet, no 39. Miller, the deuxième Guardian, Martin Biron, numéro 43, et Mika Norton, 35. Montréal, Cristobal Huet, le premier, José Taylor, deuxième, numéro 60. David Abisher, numéro 1, et, oh non, pas 31. a Young Denis. Buffalo Lejeune, Patagonian, Chris Drury, Alex Kodalik, Daniel Briere, de Quebec, Thomas Vanek, Maxim Vinogov, JP Dumont, Quebec, Derek Roy, Adak, Ontario, Jochen Hecht, Jason Palmville, Tim Connolly, Brian Campbell, Paul Gostad, Mike Greer, Henry Tellender, Tyler Hyatt, Joe McKee, Roy Fitzpatrick, Temple Newman, Dimitri Mir, Kalinin, Anna Mer, Jonathan Zawatney, Tony Lindman, Danny Payet, the Quebecois, et Nathan Page. Manuel, c'est Michael Ryder, Alex Kovalev, numéro 27 de le programme. Chris Higgins, Yann Boulis, Trent Wheat, Saku Koyevu, capitaine numéro 11. Michael Ribeiro, Richard Seenick, numéro 20. Sheldon Soray, 44. Steve Bejan, Favri, Canadien, numéro 22. André Markov, numéro 79. Ryder, c'est 73. Kovalev, 27. Higgins, 21. Boulis, 38. Koyevu, 11. Ribeiro, 71. Seenick, 20. Soray, 44. Bejan, 22. Markov, 69. Thomas Pulkanik, 14. Alex Parashogun, Craig Rivet, numéro 52. Robert Buck, numéro 14. Nick Sundstrom, 37. Matthew Denino, 11. 71. Pierre Dagenet, 26. Jeff Mary, 58. Francis Brilliant, 51. Mark Strait, 32. Mike Commissaric, 8. Andre Constitution, 74. Aaron Downey, 39. Jonathan Verland, je l'entends. OK. Buffalo, on était 3 points par le quatrième Florida. 4 minutes partout. Debout! Que la Ligue! 19 de la saison demande et durée par les 6. Montréal, pas debout. 2 minutes partout. Jonathan est debout! Danny Briere, numéro 31 de la saison de la Québec, numéro les 6. 5 minutes partout? Non. 5 minutes partout? Double hit. De Montréal 1 après une période de match de soirée de hockey Molson. 2 minutes partout. Numéro 15 de la Vega et pas. Cinq minutes partout. 7 minutes partout. 6 minutes. Yeah, ouch. 6 minutes? Non. De après de période. 1 minute partout. Non, pas debout. 5 minutes partout. Et Koyevu, sur le chapeau naturel. 3 de Montréal. 5 minutes partout. C'est le coup de but. 4 de Montréal. Buffalo de la 5e de l'Ouest, Est de la Florida, numéro 4. 5 minutes partout. Game over. Wow. 2-0 through 20 minutes and we fuck it up. 4-2 Montreal wins. And that's pretty much going to be game, set, match, right? Well, we still have 2 games left. Florida has to, well, we have to win both and hope Florida doesn't score. Toronto, Buffalo, Wheels, Toronto. So we have to beat Toronto. Yeah, we have to beat Toronto to have a shot. Ed Belfour and co can fuck us up. Well, Murray Buron in the net. Well, they have the great Matt Sundin in there. Well, Belfour at the starter of Talqueston Open have backups. Darcy Tucker, the workhorse. Alex Ponikarsky, Pony Boy, Brian McCabe with the blasting shot number 24. Jeff O'Neill, 92. Too bad he couldn't play for the Carolina Hurricanes in the 06 Stanley Cup final. Alex Dean, before the Leafs got rid of him. Jason Ellis, 10 years too late for his best stats. Chad Kilger, Matt Stajan, Nick Anderproff, Kyle Wellwood before he left Toronto and was good. Eric Lindros, 10 years too late to get him. Thomas Kaberle, great defenseman. Alex Havanov, who died in Lokomotiv. Ty Domi, the enforcer. The Polish Prince Sierkowski. Ken Klee, John Pohl, Carla Kovacevic, Clark Wilm, Ian White, Aki Burke, Luke Richardson, who was drafted by the Leafs way back in 1989. Or was it 87? I can't remember. Wade Belak and Jay Harrison. Here we go. 3 minutes into the game. They have a chance and they score. Sundin's 40 of Wade Belak with the assist. Oh boy. 1 minute left. Daddy Briere. His 31st from Fanagan Teppo. 4 minutes later. Hit, no punishment. 3 minutes later. Aggression. There were no penalties against Montreal. Buffalo Montreal was clean. Toronto penalty on Aki. Can we take advantage? Damn it, Drury. That was supposed to be it. LA found on Domi. And we score! There's a goal by Kepler Moonman. Up power play goal. Up the Teppo. His first from Briere and Hacked. 2-1. Well, we had a 20-minute lead over Montreal and we fucked it up. Better not happen this time. Aggression? And Toronto takes the penalty. It's clean. Clean? No. Damn it. 2 minutes later. Aggression? We take the Buffalo penalty. Kalinin. And Jeff O'Neill puts it in the net from Steen and Caberlet, makes it 2-2. Oh boy. 1 minute later. Yana Novotna. He's Yuri Novotny. His third from Campbell and Kulik. 4 minutes later. No, Toronto was trying to tie it. 5 minutes later. They failed. And a chance to Cage scores with 31 seconds from Caberlet, and it's tied at 3 after 2. Oh boy. They take the penalty with Adam Mayer for 2. Oh boy. O'Neill, no. And they score. Kilger from Lindros and Kyrgyzstan. Chad Kilger, really? 2 minutes later. Damn it. 2 minutes later. Really? Really? 4 minutes later. Penalty on Mayer. Fuck. Penalty gets hit. 4 minutes later. That's a tie. Vanaganov couldn't do it. And Charles scores. O'Neill does it again from McCabe and White. Looks like we're 5th. We'll be going to Florida. Well, we're going to be enjoying a trip to Florida. Because no matter what we do, it's over. Atlanta's got 2 games left. So Ottawa's a 1 seed. Carolina's 2 for sure. New Jersey's number 3. Florida now is the 4. We're 5. Montreal 6, Atlanta 7, and Philly beat the Rangers by 3 points. So Philly will go to Ottawa, Atlanta, Carolina, Montreal, New Jersey, Buffalo, Florida for sure. In the West, Dallas still has to play their 2 games and get 1 point for second place. Detroit 1, Vancouver 3, Nashville 4, Minnesota 5. Anaheim could win to tie Minnesota, but they would have 45 wins. Minnesota has 46. Oh, wait, yeah. So Minnesota would be ahead of Anaheim for the 5 seed. So Minnesota goes to Nashville. Anaheim goes to Vancouver. Colorado and San Jose. There's still a chance that San Jose could vault Colorado to face Dallas and avoid Detroit. Edmonton can't catch a knock in Calgary, so not much left. Dallas beat Detroit 4-1, so they've got the 2 seed there. Colorado beat Edmonton in overtime. Well, San Jose won in overtime too. So wait, does that mean anything? No. No, that means Colorado. That means Colorado will face Dallas, and San Jose will not have to play Detroit. Okay. We play Carolina, which is meaningless. We lose 4-2, so we only win 47 games. And Florida lost in overtime to Atlanta. So that's it. We're going to the playoffs. So a brief summary. Danny Heatley won the goals race with 62. Jonathan Chichu, 59. Ovechkin, his rookie year, 58. Eric Stahl, Brian Gianta, and Simon Gagne hit the 50 mark. For assists, Joe Forden, 73 assists. Man, Boston wishes they kept him. Aveda 51 assists, tied for 21st. Points wise, Heatley beat Stahl on the last day for the points lead, 113, 112 to Stahl. Ovechkin, 110. I don't know who our best guys were. Ray Emery, the best goals against, 192. A Legacy, 206. So is Chris Osgood, Thomas Foucault, Manny Fernandez, Alex Old, Dominic Hasek, Martin Gerber, Marty Cherko, Miller, and Biron, 259 each. So you have 3 shutouts each. Fake miscarriage of justice right now is Peter Budaj, 17 wins. You got Nabokov and Ninamaki, who won like 25 games, and they have 4 goals against than that guy. So we finish with 47 wins, 27 losses, 8 extra time losses. For 102 points, 62% percentage. We beat Montreal by 2 points. We almost took second place in the division. 276 goals for, 224 against, 42 regulation wins, 5 in overtime, 0-2 in the shootout. Us in Florida were the only Eastern Conference teams not to win a shootout. In the meantime, Calgary and Los Angeles never won a shootout. The Sharks didn't take part in a shootout, which was funny. Overtime, shootout. Most shootout wins in the East, 4 by New Jersey. Boston at 4, but they only won 30 games. Tied for second last in the conference. Only Eastern Conference team to be perfect in the shootout was Toronto, but they're not going to the playoffs. Overtime heroics, 11 by Carolina, 11 by Atlanta. Boy, that's big. Ottawa at 10. On the other side of the coin, Toronto lost 10 games in overtime. We won 28 games on the road, 28, 9, and 4 at home. Only us, Ottawa, Carolina, and Atlanta finished with less than 10 regulation wins. Lost. On the road, we were pedestrian 19, 18, and 4. So we have to start on the road too. Shootout, massive numbers. Dallas was 3-0 in the shootout, but Edmonton was 5-0, 90 points. My God, Northwest was massive. We have 5-0 in the shootout. Overtime, saw Detroit going 4 for 4 in overtime. Never. With 62 wins, Ottawa had 63 wins, just to prove, and had more points. So that means we go to the playoffs. And the playoffs are Ottawa hosting Philly, Atlanta, Carolina, Montreal, New Jersey. Us against Florida. We'll be playing every game of that one. San Jose, Detroit, Colorado, Dallas, Anaheim, Vancouver, and Minnesota, Nashville. So those should be interesting. And we'll see what ends up happening next video. Anyhow, Jeff Diamond, adieu.